If you really, really want it, yeah, all you gotta do is get up on the heels out. You know what I'm talking about. You know what's going on. And the heels out. All I want is for you. You to comment down below, will you? For you I'll make a sacrifice. It's the holiday season. Christmas time is here. Yay! Anyway, R.I.P. Jesus, and shout out to the Christmas spirit if that's the thing you're on. And I'm still doing vlogmas regardless. Christmas has conspiracies to it and it has real to it. But either way, just be happy, be grand, and enjoy your fam. Bam. Okay, and if you want to join this fam bam, make sure you subscribe at the end of the video or just click down below now. I really appreciate you on the road to 1K. Yeah. That's an early Christmas present for me. Yeah. Alright, so my thing here, we're here to talk about trying to stop looking at the bad in something and see the best in something. Because I feel like that's why a lot of people go off, and take things so personally and so sensitive, because they always thinking somebody is coming for them. For instance, I remember I asked somebody something that they would only know, and they were the only people that could help me about it. But prior to that, I had told them some information about me wanting to be done with a certain situation. Now I want to go back to a certain situation. I'm moving on to bigger and better things, and yada, yada, yada. And so when they didn't tell me what I wanted to know, I was ready to go ham. I was ready to go low, go dirty, like go for the jugular, because I knew I mother freaking could. Oh, ouch. But I had to remember all the information that I told them was basically letting me know that I wanted to be done with that situation. So in reality, I had to check my thinking and be like, well, dang, are they trying to help me move on from the situation? Because I definitely just ricocheted that thing back to what I specifically told them that I was done with. Okay, so instead of being mad at them in the situation, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should be glad that they have enough faith in me of moving on from that situation and don't want to tempt me to come back to that situation. Okay, because to be honest, it was a major move. It was a big jump, and I was getting nervous. I was getting panicky, and I was like, you know what? Let me run that motherfucking thing back. Sadly enough, I don't want to run that thing back, but I was just curious because it was dealing with performance on my job, okay? And I was like, oh, I'm done. And I wanted some information on what my stats were on a particular project. And I was asking, and I was like, you know what? Why am I worried about it? I don't see myself doing this in the future, but I felt like I feel like I nailed it. But they were like, this is confidential information and we can't let you hear about it, see about it. And I was literally, because I asked them more than once, and I was literally about to F up their whole world, allegedly. And you know what? It's Christmas season, so let me just watch my mouth. But I'm really not going to probably be able to do it. But anyway, let me keep it together. So, at the end of the day, sometimes you got to reframe how somebody comes at you. And even some of these comments, sometimes the comments, when people write or text things, you can take it a certain way. But then you reread it again and you be like, oh, you know what? I don't even know if they mean it like that. Because I literally, sometimes we want to pop off, go off. And people literally just be saying some of the simplest things. But because some people are trolls or they come off a certain way, I'm assuming that first, like, oh, they're meaning like coming at me crazy, when in reality they weren't coming for me at all. It was just my nerves being bad. It was just me assuming the worst. So why is that? Why is the first thing that we come to is the fact that somebody is trying to be funny or somebody's trying to be messy, when in reality, they just might just be making a statement, might be making a general comment. And texting is funny and everything. And even conversations over the phone can even be tricky if you're not talking to that person personally. It's best to just keep quiet, let them elaborate, let them go on. And if you don't have enough elaboration, ask them to clarify what they're saying. Make sure you get a better understanding, because it's sad to pop off on somebody who literally didn't mean nothing about the comment that they made. Okay? Because how do you look then? Especially if somebody's commenting on your post, which I try to keep my responses like real general, because I know you're going to have people that's going to say things that be like, what? But, it's just sometimes like even that I'll be petty. And then I'm like, why are you petty for? Because literally, if you reread this comment, it wasn't nothing that serious. And they probably like, dang, why she say that? Or I can't take certain stuff back. Yeah, you can delete a lot of stuff, but at the same time, if they done seen it, then at the same time, it's like, well, dang, she done said it now. Like, ooh, that's crazy. So at the end of the day, try to focus on positive things, because you want to bring positive things into your life anyway. So the more negative thinking that you have, the more negativity that you're volunteering to accept into your life. So we don't want any negativity. We're about to go into another year. We want nothing but positive. So every time you think about something new, or something that somebody says, or something that somebody writes directly to you, first, listen. Make sure you get a clear understanding what is said. And if not, re-clarify what is being said. And also, take a time to take it all in and feel like where it's coming from. But first, or what if they mean by first, think positive. If they say, I don't like that shirt, don't be like, oh, they're trying to come for me because I like the shirt. No, they're just saying they don't like that shirt because maybe that's the same shirt that they had a bad experience with. Somebody gave them a shirt like that. That reminded them of their ex. Like, you just have to think about our perspective of something that's not going to be somebody else's perspective of a thing. So a person is going to respond based on their own perspective and understanding of a situation, not based on anything that has to do with you. So at the end of the day, it's just like, why are we quick to jump off so fast? Like, we can't take things personally. Just like somebody say, oh, because even me, I'm really good about not taking things too far. Like, even if you be like, oh, you ugly, or oh, you a mess, I'd be like, okay, cool, thank you, I appreciate your comment, or whatever. Because at the end of the day, that was probably the only comment we were going to exchange in life. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, the life keeps going on, especially when it comes to comment. But when it comes to people in real life, what do? Leave the room, leave the area, take a note of how they feel, be like, okay, cool, I appreciate it. But so often people take things so personally. It pisses me off, because especially on news, like somebody say one thing that they consider racist or has a racist connotation, and you bent, you bold, you so ready to fight, you so ready to go off. Like, sit down somewhere in a motherfucking sofa chair. Like, what are you doing? Like, can a person not speak their mind? Can a person not give something to their perspective? You know what I'm saying? Because to be honest, most time when people say stuff, it don't be that deep, bro. It doesn't be that deep, sis. Like, let it go. Like, chill. Take a chill pill. Because anything I say is really not that deep. And a lot of times I will even forget what I say, which is a sad part, because I had an issue that happened when I was younger, that sometimes I be having short-term memory on purpose, in my opinion, but it may not have nothing to do with that. But at the end of the day, it's just like, people be like, I thought you said this, or you remember you said that? I'm like, no, I really don't. Like, I be saying stuff off the top of my dome, saying stuff just to be saying it. Because I remember one time, I had a friend of mine, and we actually stopped being friends for a while and then try to come back together. And she may be watching this video, I don't know. Because I remember one time after we stopped talking, she was on my page, like, making comments, but not answering her phone. Like, that's crazy, right? Like, anyway, so this friend that I thought was really cool with me, I mean, even so cool that I helped her move out of state when nobody else was helping her move. You know what I'm saying? And like, we had, I thought, a good time. So much so, like, they was even like feeling me more than a friend, but I was like, nah. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I didn't think that she would, but she never said nothing else about it. You know, I thought she was cool. And we was talking about her and her dude situation. And I was just making a general statement, bro. I was making a general statement, a general comment about something that I had experienced and that is a common occurrence. And she took that stuff too hard, bro. She started getting mad, aggravated, and I had just came to visit her from out of town just because of a dude that she wasn't even in a really serious relationship with, bro. And I'm proud, like, I just came down here to see you and you taking what I said too hard, bro. Like, I literally thought we was gonna fight that day, but at the same time, I wasn't gonna fight somebody in their own home and I'm coming to visit you. Like, so I just chilled or whatever. But low key, if I was, you know, not in her home, because, you know, I know what kind of Glockies or whatever she had around, like, it would have probably been a problem because, like, you coming for me about something I really wasn't meaning nothing by, bro. I told you I do the exact same thing, bro. But you getting in your feelings about what? So I took it like, oh, you not even mad at the situation. You mad about me, bro. Because at the end of the day, one reason why I did come to see her because I was trying to figure out what we stood as a friendship anyway. And to be honest, I wasn't going to even really link up with her per se. I just was going to come to the area and just see the vibe. Because it was in Phoenix or whatever, and I had never been there, you know, and I was gonna come and go up, and she like, you know, you can come through, slide through, whatever, you know what I'm saying, like, and so I did, but the whole point that she jumped sensitive mode, and she told me, swore up and down like, oh, I wasn't gonna fight you and nothing like that, but you sure had a heck of a lot of bass in your voice, bro. Like, you sure had a lot of conviction in your heart, bro, and told me I was wrong for saying nothing, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, even to this day, like, I would bring it up. She don't want to talk about it. And so we don't talk today. Like, you can't have a conversation with somebody you're supposed to be cool with. Like, babe, we definitely don't need to talk because at the end of the day, that's what grown people do. That's what adults do. They conversate. They have conversations. And to be honest, I never had told her that I was ready to fight her. I just kind of kept that up. And so when I tried to tell her that maybe we shouldn't be friends because I don't think I should be wanting to fight my friends, bro. And I thought she wanted to fight me, but she said she didn't. So at the end of the day, like, why so sensitive? Something so simple that can be redirected or be like, she could have just said, shut the F up. You know, she could have been like anything. Like, she literally was acting dumb, stupid. And that's why I had to readjust my thinking pattern. So whenever addressing a situation or a person that's something that's said directly to you about somebody else or indirectly to you, don't take it so personal because at the end of the day, a lot of people don't be caring about half the stuff that come out of their mouth. Now, some people do, but even politicians, you really can't believe everything that come out their mouth. So it's not worth getting hypey over or ready to shut it down over because of a simple comment or a simple post or you taking something the wrong way. Be positive, bro. Be positive and feel like everything that comes to you or that's said to you is good, prosperous, abundant, what you need to hear at that moment. And maybe you won't be so offended. You know, think more positively. Happy holidays. Why you gonna do me like that? DK his out, we out. DK his out, we out. Why you gonna do me like that? Gotta go right now. Gotta go right now. When the party's they lit. It's hard to leave, gotta leave to his house. Gotta leave to his house. Stay up, stay lit. You a vibe right now. You a vibe right now. Don't have to go home, but you gotta get the heck on out the door. Gotta get the home heck on out the door. Until next time, I see you, let's go.